Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here today with a double hop with May I Scraplift You, which is started by Crystal Bear with Pineapple Papers, and Stash Dive Tuesday, which was started by Rebecca Lockhart Scraps and Scrappy Adam. And today I am scraplifting Miss Paper Cute, and that is on Instagram. And I decided I would scrapbook these pictures of my dog and my Neff pup playing at the beach house we rented about a month ago. And I have this cute little border. I have no clue where it came from, something that was in my stash for years. This is a Paper Studios collection. I believe it's called I Heart My Dog. This, which I do not end up using, is a Crafter Square. This I use one thing from, and it's also from a Paper Studio collection that I have used all but that. And then I have this paper and these stickers that are from the Paper Studio. But none of these are from the same collection, which I believe is the rules with the hop for Stash Dive. You can use two things from a collection. And so I have these frames and tags as well as this paper collection from Echo Park. I love my dog. And so I'm going to try and use up some of this stash and get these cute little pictures done. There are 5 pictures in her layout, so I want to try and get that used. So I have all my stuff in this layout, so let's see how this goes. So the first thing I did was trim down my pictures because I needed to know how big my space was going to be. And a couple of the pictures, my dog is sprawled out and pretty much takes up almost the entire 4 inches. So I only was able to trim it down to 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I just cut a 1/4 inch off the side and the top on 4 of them. And then one of them was a 4 by 5. Nope, a 4 by 6. And I trimmed that down to, I think, a 3 by 4. And she has a picture on the side that's a little bit bigger. And mine is almost the same size, but it is standing horizontal instead of vertical instead of horizontal. And so I put the little picture and a picture up there in the top corner so you can see her layout. And so I don't know if she has a video. I did not, honestly, I'll say, I did not go and look and see. Normally, Crystal will put on this list if they have a YouTube account that she knows about. So I didn't go look. So I just based off of what I can see and determine from this layout picture as what I'm going by. So it looks like her page is matted. So I cut down this Paper Studio paper with the dog paws to a 11.5 by 11.5 and matted it on a solid black. And it's a thin cardstock that it's matted on, so it's not going to have a lot of extra dimension. And then I matted all my pictures on white. And then I kept the 4 pictures together, and then the other one is separated. And I think that I want to put this up here. In her layout, as you can see up there in the corner, she's got a floral cluster in the top right corner. And instead of doing a floral cluster, I thought I would use this cute little thing as my little embellishment at the top. So I decided to gut this paper from the Echo Park collection, and I'm going to use it to mat my pictures, or to double mat my pictures. So I go ahead and tape it, and then I realize or decide that I want to ink around, and I use the Walnut Stain Distress Oxide just Distress Ink by Tim Holtz. And so I just ink kind of liberally around so that the white paper it's matted on almost looks like it's a tan color because it's mostly, the edge is mostly that ink. And I'm going to mat that down on that plaid paper, which I love. And I love how all these colors just really work together, even though they do not come from the same collection. Pardon the runny nose. And so I was originally going to mat it fully on the white paper, but the more I look at her layout, the more I feel like maybe the white paper is over some, and I don't think it's fully matted. So I put it off a little bit, and then I matte this picture here, over here on the side. And I fiddle with this for a while because my paper does not fully matte the picture. And I'm okay with that because where it's overlapping the other picture, I didn't need it to. But I don't want to cover my Neff Pup's face in the top picture. And the way I kept laying it down, it was going to do that. So I finally got it to where I was happy with it. And so then I decided to ink the entire thing before I put it down on the black and white puppy dog paws. Again, I apologize for the sniffling. My allergies are absolutely going crazy. So I get that down and I'm kind of eyeballing where I want it. So then I'm going to use my taper and tape the back of it so that I can get it down. And I love the way this layout turned out. It's, I won't say simple, but it's really mostly layers and some embellishments. And I do love getting multiple pictures on a layout. I make a lot of layouts these days that have just 1 or 2 pictures. And I really enjoy doing that because it helps focus just on that picture. But when you take hundreds of pictures for a week's trip, you can't do 100 layouts. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but where would I put all those books? I am moving right now, and I've just moved loads and loads and loads of bins to be properly stored at my mom's house until I find the right place to move. And my room is still halfway full. I'm like, oh my gosh. So after I put this down, I realized I really wanted it to be inked. So since I've already inked everything else, I felt like it would look better if I did. So I get out the walnut stain again, and instead of doing the dauber to where it's going to kind of come on the front of the paper, I just drag it all the way down the side. So it's predominantly just on the outside, like the rim of the paper. And I put that back down, and luckily it is not warped or torn or anything. Yeah, that's what you get when you don't fully plan, and that's okay. That's the way I roll. So then I get this one piece, and this is a scrap. So this is a scrap, and the white paper that I matte my picture on is a scrap, all of my pictures. So there is my scraps for today, or for this layout. So that makes me happy. And this little strip right here, I just ink around it and tuck it in. And so it looks like there's a whole other layer of paper when there's not. It's just a little strip of paper. So I looked at the cut aparts to see if there was anything on there that was going to fit, because there's a little like a tag or something down in the bottom of the bigger picture. So I'm trying to decide what to put down there. And I've used one paper from this collection, so I got to be really cautious because I don't want to use more than a couple of little this and that's from this ephemera kit, or the tags and frames. So I pull this little frame right here. I cut it apart because I only need a little of it. And I mat it on this paper because when I was laying it down, it was showing the white and the plaid behind it, and I didn't like that. Had I known that I was going to end up covering that empty space with some things, spoiler alert, I would not have wasted that little itty bitty bit of paper, but it is not a big deal, and I am definitely not concerned about it. But had I thought that through, then I would not have worried about doing that. But it's all good. So this I'm having a ball was the perfect thing to put up here, because that is exactly what's happening. My husband and my sister were both throwing the ball, and the dogs were running after it. And the one picture I have on here is my dog looking at my Neff pup chewing, who had the ball. The one below it is my Neff pup looking at my dog who has the ball. And then the other two on the far side are my dog with the ball, like, ha ha, I have it. So, and then that bigger picture is my husband throwing the ball up in the air while the dogs are debating on who's going to get it. So I love these pictures. They're super fun. So let's see. While I was yammering, I pulled out this I Heart My Dog sticker sheet, and all I pull off of that is 2 little tennis balls, which is actually what the dogs were playing with. And I put one right here in the top corner above the big picture, and then I'll tuck another one down below the bottom right corner. They are not at all any kind of big eye catcher. They're really just a little extra something something in the corners. I wasn't looking for anything too big and flashy, and so I thought that I would just put those down. I thought that I'm having a ball, even though the ball is tucked in, would be perfectly fine because you can tell that it's a ball. So I decided I want to use these letters and just a little, because I want to use either just the pink or the blue or a mix of the pinkish peachy color and the blue, because they look like they're going to go best with this, what I've already got on the layout. So I found that the word fun is all in the same color, which is this peachy orangey color, which matches pretty good with the one of the stripes in that plaid paper. So I put the word fun down, and then I get the Stickabilities puppy dog paws, and I put a couple up in the white space and then one down in the bottom right corner. And then I pull the sticker off of that other collection that I only have that one sticker sheet left, and it says playtime. It's got a bouncing ball. And then I pull out my Tim Holtz word phrases, small talk. And the first one I lay down is white, and it says life was meant for a great adventure. And then I felt like it looked weird to have that one little stripe of the plaid paper tucked in. So I pulled a black one out that says lucky is a state of mind. And I thought that was a fitting, since the dogs were playing with the ball, and it was really, a matter of luck or agility, I suppose, as to who got the ball or who ended up with the ball. So I get those down, and I usually double side tape those just because, especially since they're kind of going down a little bit on the sides from where they come off of that tag that I tucked in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is get out my little container, and my little container has and this one has enamel dots in it, or enamel shapes. And I pull out a red that matches pretty good, and I just put one in the top left corner by the puppy dog paw and one in the bottom right and by that puppy dog paw, and then I add a little black one as well, which you can't really see because it's kind of right there with all the puppy dog paws. And I put a black one over the tag hole, which I totally needed to cover. And then I also pull these little square ones out. I have no clue where those came from, but I just pulled 2 of them off and tuck one up at the top and one down at the bottom, just kind of as an extra little pop of color. And then I'm done. That is all there is, and I'm really happy with this layout. It is super cute. It's a great way to display smaller pictures like this. Here is her close-up, like I said. I kind of stuck to it pretty darn close. I do love this layout, and you all should definitely go check her out. Like I said, her Instagram is Miss, M-I-S-S, Paper Cute. And this is one of her layouts that she did in April of this year. So there it is up close. I hope y'all will go down below to the May I Scraplift You and to the Dash Dive Tuesday list. You will probably find quite a few that are doing both at the same time. So I hope that you will hop along and follow some of these amazing creatives. Go and watch their videos, like them. I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would really love that. I really do appreciate all of my subscribers. It has been an amazing year. I hope y'all will come back tomorrow for Christmas in May. And have a great day. Love the ones you love, and happy scrapping.